Be yourself, everyone else is already taken. Women are meant to be loved, not to be understood. Education is an admirable thing, but it is well to remember from time to time that nothing that is worth knowing can be taught. Never love anyone who treats you like you're ordinary. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all. The public is wonderfully tolerant. It forgives everything except genius. Always forgive your enemies, nothing annoys them so much. Some cause happiness wherever they go, others whenever they go. All women become like their mothers. That is their tragedy. No man does, and that is his. A cynic is a man who knows the price of everything, and the value of nothing. Quotation is a serviceable substitute for wit. With freedom, books, flowers, and the moon, who could not be happy? It is absurd to divide people into good and bad. People are either charming or tedious. If you want to tell people the truth, make them laugh, otherwise they'll kill you. Selfishness is not living as one wishes to live, it is asking others to live as one wishes to live. To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. No good deed goes unpunished. Life is far too important a thing ever to talk seriously about. I don't want to be at the mercy of my emotions. I want to use them, to enjoy them, and to dominate them. There is only one thing in the world worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about. To define is to limit. Only dull people are brilliant at breakfast. Morality is simply the attitude we adopt towards people we personally dislike. A man's face is his autobiography. A woman's face is her work of fiction. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. The truth is rarely pure and never simple. I am so clever that sometimes I don't understand a single word of what I am saying. It is what you read when you don't have to that determines what you will be when you can't help it. If one cannot enjoy reading a book over and over again, there is no use in reading it at all. You can never be overdressed or overeducated. The books that the world calls immoral are books that show the world its own shame. I don't want to go to heaven. None of my friends are there. Most people are other people. Their thoughts are someone else's opinions, their lives a mimicry, their passions a quotation. A good friend will always stab you in the front. Anyone who lives within their means suffers from a lack of imagination. Yes, I am a dreamer. For a dreamer is one who can only find his way by moonlight, and his punishment is that he sees the dawn before the rest of the world. I am not young enough to know everything. A thing is not necessarily true because a man dies for it. You will always be fond of me. I represent to you all the sins you never had the courage to commit. Every saint has a past, and every sinner has a future. The heart was made to be broken. Experience is merely the name men gave to their mistakes. I never travel without my diary. One should always have something sensational to read in the train. Anybody can sympathize with the sufferings of a friend, but it requires a very fine nature to sympathize with a friend's success. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask, and he will tell you the truth. You don't love someone for their looks, or their clothes, or for their fancy car, but because they sing a song only you can hear. Everything in the world is about sex except sex. Sex is about power. The very essence of romance is uncertainty. The world is a stage and the play is badly cast. I am too fond of reading books to care to write them. There are only two kinds of people who are really fascinating: people who know absolutely everything, and people who know absolutely nothing. Nowadays people know the price of everything and the value of nothing. We are each our own devil, and we make this world our hell. How can a woman be expected to be happy with a man who insists on treating her as if she were a perfectly normal human being? Behind every exquisite thing that existed, there was something tragic. Everything in moderation, including moderation. We live in an age when unnecessary things are our only necessities. Society often forgives the criminal, it never forgives the dreamer. The nicest feeling in the world is to do a good deed anonymously and have somebody find out. The only good thing to do with good advice is pass it on. It is never of any use to oneself. Nothing can cure the soul but the senses, just as nothing can cure the senses but the soul. It takes great deal of courage to see the world in all its tainted glory, and still to love it. The mystery of love is greater than the mystery of death.